Liberal Democrats want to stop Brexit. We believe the best way to do that is through a people's vote. But if we're to have a general election, I look forward to taking on Boris Johnson. The important thing is that we do that, though, in a responsible way, without the possibility or the risk that we crash out of the EU with a no-deal exit in the middle of a general election campaign or indeed in the immediate aftermath. So to have a general election, we need to have an extension of Article 50.
Last night, two things happened. Firstly, MPs passed a law which binds Boris Johnson's hands. It means that if the UK goes to the European Council summit in October, it will have to ask for an extension of Article 50 to stop a no-deal Brexit. That's the one thing that Boris Johnson didn't want and doesn't want. And secondly, MPs blocked there being an election to break the deadlock in the House of Commons. And what this means is Boris Johnson is powerless. He might still be Prime Minister at that October summit and will have to ask for an extension of Article 50. The only way that Boris Johnson could get round this is by resigning or by going to the people in a general election. And Jeremy Corbyn seemingly doesn't want that general election until Boris Johnson has already gone to that European summit. So basically, Boris Johnson has become boxed in and Jeremy Corbyn is now making the decision of when any general election will be. So this is a big strategic change in the House of Commons. So today the House of Lords will be debating this new bill which will attempt to try and stop a no-deal Brexit, and then over the next coming days, over Thursday and over Friday, that is likely to become law. And that means that it will receive royal assent, and then on Monday the House of Commons will come back with this new law in place to stop a no-deal Brexit, and will then be asked again the question, do you want a general election? So over the weekend, the Labour Party is going to have to decide, does it want to have this general election before the 31st of October, or does it want to wait until after the 31st of October in November or December, after that extension has already been given? So that's the big choice that will be facing the House of Commons next week. The government has let this bill go through the House of Lords because it wants Jeremy Corbyn to face the big difficult decision. Are you a chicken and do you want to have a general election as soon as possible? At the moment, Boris Johnson is the one that's suffering the defeats in the House of Commons with a divided party, but Labour are divided too. Many of Labour MPs want there to be the extension to be put into place and the election to take place in November. Jeremy Corbyn and a number of the people around Jeremy Corbyn are much more bullish and want there to be an election ASAP. And that's a big division in the Labour Party. And the government, by pushing through this bill, pushing the focus onto Labour, hopes to exploit that division.